My girlfriend changed overnight. The demon inside her wanted me dead. True horror story. What if the person you love most wakes up as someone else? Someone who stares at you like they want you gone? What if their laughter isn't theirs anymore, and their kisses feel like traps? This is the horrifying true story of a boyfriend who realized too late that the girl he fell in love with wasn't alone inside her own body anymore. And the demon living there wanted him dead. The love that wasn't alone. Lucas believed in fate when he met Lily. The kind of fate people write songs and movies about. A collision of two hearts in the right place at the right moment. She was warm, bright, and full of the kind of joy he thought didn't exist anymore. Her smile could end a storm, her laugh could silence panic. She made living feel easy. She made love feel like a promise. But fate has two faces. And Lucas was about to meet the darker one. It began after their one-year anniversary. A celebration of everything good. A cozy dinner at her apartment, rose petals, chocolate cake, the soft glow of candlelight dancing on her cheeks. They talked about their future, moving in together, traveling, building a life that felt bigger than the world they knew. Nothing seemed wrong then. Nothing hinted at the nightmare crawling toward them. That night, Lily complained of a sudden headache. Paralyzing. Lucas helped her lie down, holding her hand until she fell asleep. He thought she just needed rest. He kissed her forehead, whispered, "I love you," and let her drift into dreams. But somewhere in that sleep, someone else woke up. Around 3 a.m., Lucas stirred to a cold breeze brushing against his skin. Lily's bedroom window had creaked open, curtains swaying like shadows breathing. He sat up, rubbing his eyes, and his heart thudded when he saw Lily not beside him. He scanned the room. She stood facing the wall, motionless. Her hair hung wild down her back. Her fingers twitched rhythmically. The sound, tap tap tap, against the plaster was soft but unnatural. Lucas called her name. No response. He stood, careful, worried she was sleepwalking. When he touched her shoulder, she whipped around so fast he stumbled back. Her eyes, wide, unblinking, looked through him, not at him. There was no warmth in them, only hunger. "Lily," he whispered. She tilted her head in a slow, broken motion. Her mouth stretched too wide into a grin that wasn't hers. "You're awake," she said, but the voice wasn't right, like someone else was speaking through her, their tone threading underneath her own. Lucas tried to laugh it off, telling himself she was dreaming. But deep down his bones already knew something was wrong. He gently guided her back to bed. She lay down stiffly, staring, that cruel smile fading only when her eyes finally shut. By morning, she remembered nothing. She woke with the same sunshine in her voice. "Good morning, love." Lucas forced a smile, hiding his fear. But the nights kept getting worse. She stopped sleeping peacefully. Instead, she muttered to someone in the dark, whispering twisted versions of his name. Sometimes she'd jerk upright, gasping like she was drowning. Other times she'd sit at the edge of the bed with her back to him, waiting. Every night, her shadow seemed longer, darker. During the day, she seemed normal, at first. Then the changes began. Lily wore clothes she never liked before. Darker. Sharper. As if she was dressing for someone new. She started eating foods she used to say made her nauseous. Raw meat turning her lips red with juices that looked like blood. She stopped texting her friends. Stopped visiting her family. Stopped smiling with her eyes. And the worst part? She started watching Lucas sleep. Not lovingly. Not protectively. Like she was studying him. One night, Lucas pretended to sleep. He kept his breathing steady, eyelids lowered just enough to see through. Lily lay completely still, eyes open. Then, without warning, she turned her head toward him in a slow, mechanical movement. Her pupils dilated until her eyes were nearly black. She whispered a single sentence. "He doesn't deserve you." Lucas froze. His pulse thundered. She was talking to someone. Something. He swallowed, forcing himself not to react. A low whisper, Like a second voice answered through her lips. I know. It wasn't her voice. Lily's body shuddered violently, then went limp. Her breathing returned to normal, like none of it happened. Lucas couldn't keep pretending. He confronted her the next morning, but she looked at him with real fear, tearful confusion. She remembered none of it. Not the voice. Not the whispers. Not the hunger in her stare. I'm scared, she admitted, shaking. I don't feel alone in my own head. Lucas held her close, promising he would never leave her, that he'd protect her no matter what. But deep inside, terror bloomed where love once lived. Days passed with Lily growing weaker. Her skin turned pale. Her energy drained. She complained of something crawling beneath her bones. Lucas stayed by her side constantly, hoping love alone could ground her to herself. But the entity inside her grew bolder. One evening, Lucas felt her hands wrap around his throat while he slept. Her grip was icy cold and unnaturally strong. He woke gasping, Lily towering over him, eyes pitch black. She leaned close to his face. He wants what you have, she whispered with a voice layered in demonic static. Lucas choked out her name. Her grip loosened, her face flickering between terror and possession. She recoiled, horrified, begging him to stay away as she collapsed on the floor sobbing. It wasn't her who wanted to hurt him. It was the thing inside her. No, it felt threatened. The next day, Lily woke with deep scratches across her back, like claws had tried to tear something out of her. Lucas begged her to see a doctor, a priest, someone, but she refused. If they take me away, I'll be alone with it. She clung to him, crying into his chest. Please, don't let him win. Lucas held her tighter than ever before. He wished love was enough. He wished this was a nightmare love could wake them from. But by the time night came again, the demon had already made its choice. Because possession isn't random. It's personal, and it wanted Lucas out of the way, so it could have Lily, all to itself. The night love lost. Lucas wasn't a hero. He didn't know exorcisms or rituals or ancient prayers. He only knew love, and that used to be enough. But the thing inside Lily had learned love too, how to twist it, break it, weaponize it. The days that followed blurred into fear and sleeplessness. Lucas barricaded the apartment each night, checked every lock twice, and tried to keep Lily awake so the demon couldn't pull her deeper into darkness. But exhaustion always won. And when Lily slept, something else woke. The demon's control grew bold. It left bruises on Lily's neck like fingers digging from the inside. It made her speak in guttural, choking syllables that sounded like curses. It stared at Lucas through her eyes, smiling as if it belonged there. Lucas called priests. They refused to help without Lily's consent. He called doctors. They talked about psychosis, trauma, medication. No one understood. He watched the girl he loved slowly disappear into a body that wasn't hers anymore. One night, Lucas heard humming from the kitchen, a soft, haunting lullaby. He followed the sound and found Lily sitting at the table in total darkness. Her head angled down, hair hiding her face. Lily? He whispered. She lifted her head. Her eyes were wrong, too bright, too wide, reflecting candlelight that wasn't there. You're lucky, she said, voice layered like two people speaking with one throat. She loves you. You made her heart so full. Lucas trembled. Who are you? The smile widened, stretched. Skin tugged unnaturally at the corners of her lips. Her other half. Lily's hand slammed onto the table, fingers bending backward with a sickening crack. Bones popped. Skin tore. The demon didn't flinch. She's been so empty, it purred. I filled the space where your love couldn't reach. Lucas grabbed a kitchen knife, hands shaking. Let her go. The demon laughed, a sound that rattled his soul. She asked me to stay. Lily's voice surfaced, weak and drowning beneath the entity. And then she screamed, an animalistic howl, before the demon slammed her body into the wall. Her head snapped back, and she collapsed, gasping. Lucas rushed to her side, clutching her, tears burning his eyes. "Fight it, Lily. Please." She looked at him, truly looked at him, for the last time. Her voice trembled like a candle in a hurricane. "If you love me, don't let it take me." Lucas froze. He knew what she meant. He knew the choice she begged him to make. The demon surged again, Lily's body convulsing violently. Her arms wrapped around Lucas, but not lovingly, restraining him. Her breath on his neck was ice. "I will wear her forever," the demon hissed. "And I will make you watch." Lucas screamed, pushing her away. The knife skidded across the floor. Lily, no, the demon controlling her, crawled toward it like a spider, bones cracking with each movement. "You can't win," it teased. Lucas dove faster, grabbing the knife first. He turned, blade in hand, and saw Lily's face stop inches away. For a split second, the real Lily surfaced, eyes full of terror but also acceptance. "It hurts," she whispered. "Don't let me become a monster." Lucas collapsed to his knees. His heart shattered. His lungs begged for air. The choice was a weight no human should carry, but love is heavier than sin. The demon hissed, voice echoing through her body. "Kill her and you kill yourself." Lucas pressed the knife to her chest, hands trembling uncontrollably. "I'm sorry," he sobbed. "I love you." And with a scream torn from the core of his soul, he drove the blade into her heart. Lily gasped, her body jerking violently. The demon shrieked through her mouth, an unholy sound that shook the walls. Shadows writhed around them as if reality itself recoiled at what had been undone. Then silence. Her eyes softened, real, human, beautiful once more. A peaceful exhale brushed Lucas's cheek. She smiled weakly, a whisper slipping from blue lips. "Thank you." The light faded from her pupils. Lucas held her to his chest, rocking, crying, breaking. His hands stained red with the cost of love. He screamed into the night. Not in anger. Not in fear. In grief. When the sun rose hours later, he was still holding her. Cold now. Gone. The apartment smelled like iron and sorrow. There was no miracle ending. No heroics. Just a man hugging the corpse of the woman he killed to save. He whispered into her hair, "You deserved forever." But fate never cared about love. Only about taking it. Neighbors found him still on the floor when they heard no movement and called the police. Officers barged in, guns drawn, expecting a threat. They found only tragedy. Lucas didn't resist when they arrested him. Didn't explain. Didn't speak. Because how could he tell the truth? That he killed a demon? By killing the only person he ever loved? The world would call him a murderer. But he knew the truth. He was a guardian who failed. Lucas now sits alone in a cell with nothing but memories and nightmares. Every night, he hears Lily's voice calling his name, but he doesn't know if it's really her or the demon waiting for a way back. Love saved her soul, but condemned his own. If you think possession ends at death, you're wrong. Stay with me for more horror stories that are painfully, devastatingly real.